well, that seems to be working. Oh, that's neat. You can use the light on the phone. Didn't know that. Nice. Nobody asks, is there an in-canon reason for why soldiers still use swords when everyone has guns? That's a great question. Generally, I think what it comes down to is opportunity. Uh, there are many types of enemies in the Imperium which you can attack with range weaponry, I mean. The catch, though, is, you also have a large array of enemies who fight with melee weapons themselves, such as the Tyranids. So, as good as it can be to blast them from a distance, there are times where they end up uh, uh, just making a horde over the main line. So, You have to have some melee weapons to try to counterattack them. It's definitely wild. You know, dark times in the year 40,000. Very dark times. You look at modern militaries, they'll still take like combat knives, some melee weapons, just on the off chance they find themselves in a melee situation. Yeah, it is pretty cool. Can be pretty dark though. Definitely scary to think about. Be caught on the front line as 8 foot tall bugs come storming your way. Very scary. Very cool indeed. Nice. Let's see how this ink's drying. It's a little matted, but you know, as we cover it with Liquitex ink, that'll help cover some of that up. Let's see, do I have a favorite Xenos faction? It depends. And there are different reasons why I like different ones and at different times. Right now, my favorite are the Necrons. They have a lot of interesting things going on in the lore right now, where there's a Necron civil war going on in an area called the Pariah Nexus. There's also, yeah, the Necrons had a lot of interesting lore updates, not only in the start of Ninth Edition, but really recently too, with the release of the new Pariah Nexus campaign book. The Necron dynasties are at a civil war with each other. They're taking sides between the Silent King, the person who led them into their ill-fated pact with the Old Ones, as well as, you know, going up against an usurper who is named Imatech the Stormlord. Now, he's been casting himself as the more honorable of the two warriors. And that is something that Necrons value a lot, you know, just having high honor, high integrity. And it shows even in the way that Imhotep the Stormlord deals with the invading Adeptus Mechanicum and Imperial forces. He's like, hey, listen, we are fighting this, guys. This doesn't mean that we should break our code of honor. We still want to get them opportunities to retreat. We still want to let them take care of their wounded and their dead, even though they are flesh and we don't respect flesh. You know, we respect our combatants. And the Silent King is like, nope, everybody dies. So I think, you know, dealing with that dichotomy is a real interesting thing to see between two different Xenos factions when the Imperium themselves wouldn't give them the same considerations. So it's definitely very wild time. What's also interesting is that at the end of the campaign book, Vashdor, the Arcaphane, comes back from his earlier appearance in the Arcs of Omen books. So now that he's back, it'll be interesting to see how that affects both the Necron tech and the Adeptus Mechanicum tech, and how that'll impact, some of the lore elements moving forward. While since Call's still trying to set up that those Blackstone pillars to try to negate Chaos psychic influence, so that'll be really fun to see. So yeah, it's a real good time to be a Necron fan. Excuse me, my nose is a little stuffy. Let's see, let's take a closer look at that ink. See, it's still drying. So pretty soon we'll start going to this Liquitex Zenithal. Very excited to try that. Especially now that I just got this Tamiya pink primer the other day. I really like how that's been working for my Zenithal. Because the secret to getting a really good yellow is to start with a pink base, transition to a white, and then you spray the white from the top, and you get these nice orange transitions as the ink hits the brightest white to the darkest pink. So then the shadow areas look kind of a golden bronze. Yeah, nobody. The Necrons are really cool. So this pink marine is going to end up yellow. These yellow marines are from a faction called the Lamenters. And what the Lamenters are, they are a faction of space marines that are notoriously unlucky. And I'm still kind of new to playing the Warhammer game. So every time I lose, I feel like I'm actually contributing to the lore by virtue of losing. So yeah, I prime him pink, then I blast him with white all over, and then I hit it with yellow ink. It's a lot of fun. A lot of interesting color theory. But yeah, very soon, once this dries, I'll be able to start spraying this white ink. When I spray it, see, I have these two lamps to help give an idea of where the highlights of the model are. So I'm going to try to emulate the natural light so that these shadows, which I already started pre-filling in, can hit their darkest areas very easily. So when I spray it with this yellow ink, it'll make that transition from the whitest white to the darkest pink real easy. It's called zenithal highlighting because you're spraying from the zenith of the light. Zenith being the highest point. Gonna turn on my air compressor to 40 psi. Gonna load up, let's start with 6 drops of white ink, and then I'll show you how it's done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 should be enough. To start, anyway. Let's put this ink back here. Let's see, let's do a quick test spray just to make sure that it's coming out okay. Yep, it is. Then we'll lock in at 45 degrees, and we'll slowly pull our trigger back. The catch... Oh, how many Lamenters have I made so far? Ooh, that is a good question. Like, maybe over 60? The catch is some of them are in various stages of painting. Like, I have the yellow done, and I have some of the details on the armor done, but I don't have all of the armor details done. So I'd probably say only like 60 completed all the way. Maybe closer to 80, which have had this yellow technique painted over them, but not completely done yet. So here we go. We want to go very gently with this light ink, slowly layer it bit by bit. White ink comes out really fast, and that's actually that's not totally great, because we want to build up layers of white ink slowly. If it comes out, it'll just pool all over the model, and then it won't look white. It'll just look like it's covered in one layer of white, and then in the all over the place, and then it's going to pool up and get really sticky elsewhere. And that's not good. There we go. I like the transition this is making. Let's take a look so far. Yeah, here we go. We can see it's hitting that natural light pretty nice. It's not as pink as it was all along the bottom anymore. That's because we're getting that natural light transition made. So I'm very happy with how it's coming together so far. We're not done yet, but it's still a step in the right direction. Nice. Gonna try to get this pistol a little better. Because this arm's gonna... So it doesn't have to be going through the same level of shadows that the rest of the model is. It's looking good. Let's just use the very last of the ink we have. And then we'll be all set. Keep an even coat going. There we go. We're all out. So let's let this dry real quick as we rinse out the last of the white ink in our brush. Brush care is very important. You take good care of your brushes and they'll take good care of you. Yep. Take good care of your brushes and they'll keep you lasted for a long time. Nice. All right. Ah! Oh dear. I just spilled one of my little toolboxes. Oh, I was not taking good care of my toolbox, so I knocked it over by mistake. Well, darn it. I've been saying I've been needing to clean my desk, and I guess this is the opportunity to do that. Oh, man. Well, something to do real I guess I'll do that real quick while I wait for this to dry. I got this sprue collection that needs to get moved. I'm going to put a paint rack over here because I have all these extra paints laying around. Let's see. Let's stick this back into the phone mount. Let's see. There we go. This way. There we go. Like I was saying, take good care of your stuff and your stuff will take good care of you. I guess that's the universe's way of saying I wasn't doing a good enough job. Here we go. I'll move these. Oh, look, here's a nice little... shoot, you throw that on the ground and then your teleporters teleport that. Oh, teleport beacon. That's what it's called. Well, that should be enough room to install my new paint rack. Let's take a look at it real quick. So the secret to buying a cheap paint rack is to not search the words paint rack on Amazon. It's to search the word, what do they call it? Oh, shoot. Nail brush rack, or rack for displaying nail brushes. So here we go. Here's this nice pull out of screws they gave me. I didn't realize it would take so much construction. Here's some pieces. Oh, nice. It came with some assembly instructions. Got to peel off the anti-scratch plastic first. And put it between two side panels. Oh, and then I just... Let's see. Nuts outside, screws inside the pip. And then finish assembly. This shouldn't be too hard. Here, let me push this guy back so I have a little bit of room to work. Oh, thankfully, my pair of scissors landed by my feet. Oh man, it is a little bit of a mess down by my chair where I spilled my toolbox. Kind of embarrassed, not gonna lie. go. Unwrapping real nice. Oh. And then I dropped all of the racks. Oh dear. Okay, here, let's move this. We'll put... Careful not to move too much so I don't... Oh dear. Yeah, this will go a long way towards organizing my desk. There we go. Let's put all of these here. Let's see, let's take a look at those instructions again. Put the racks on the table between the two side panels. Assemble the racks on the panel from down to top. Use a screwdriver to fix it. Okay, so we're going to take these two pieces right here. Oh, hang on, let's take a look at that photo again. Okay, yes, there we go. And then I'll just do one at a time. We'll keep that box that came in nearby, that way we can put all the garbage in it. I already got the first one, so I'll just start at the bottom and work to the top. Ooh. Did I close? Ooh, better close my ink. Don't want that to spill. So here we go. Here's the screwdriver that came with it. Let's grab 2 nuts and 2 screws. Nice. And then, oh, hang on. Oop. Well, at least we know the ink's about dry. Okay, so it must go like this then. Gotcha. Okay. Well, this is going to take up a lot of desk space, so maybe what I'll do is finish inking the mini and then move my spray box, and then I'll start building the mini, or building the table. That's what I'll do. And by table, I mean paint rack. All right. Let's turn on our compressor to maybe 35 psi. Perfect. Not getting any more of that white ink. So we are good to start spraying. Let's go ahead and do... Let's start with 8 drops of yellow and then see where it goes from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Let's actually do 6. Okay, 7. Lucky 7. Lucky number 7. There we go. That comes out okay. Let's move the camera in closer so it'll focus better. Lock in at 45 degrees. And then here we go. Oh yeah, look how that yellow is hitting the model. Glad I went with 7 drops instead of 8. Yeah, check out that transition on that leg. We're getting those deep shadows already. Yeah, that's looking good. We got some nice shadows. Yeah, that's some nice transitions we got going so far. Yeah, that's looking good. Very happy. Nice golden yellow. Let's get this undershade just a little bit more. Nice. Make sure there's no magenta anywhere. We want it to be dark orange instead of magenta. So let's get this kneecap a little better. Nice. Yeah, that's coming out real nice. I'm real happy. Yep, I think we got the shadows we were looking for. Let's see, we can get a little bit more here on this underside. Hey, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm real happy with how he came out. This is only my second time trying this ink recipe. So I'm very happy with how it came out. Yep, we can see the shadow on his leg from carrying the gun. We can see the shadows on the underside of the armor from his outstretched arm. We can see some shadows from his backpack based on how he's leaned forward. We got some shadows under his leg here. All in all, I'm very happy. Let's see, what he's holding in his right hand is a giant plasma rifle. Basically, what he is a specialist demolition unit called a Hell Blaster. So he uses these giant plasma guns to tear into the enemy front line. He's a specialized mobile infantry unit. Let's finish cleaning out this airbrush real quick. Nice. Looking good. All right, I'll plug my compressor back in. And then I will finish. Oh, no, hang on, I gotta... yeah, get this box out of the way so I can... Yeah, I gotta clear off my desk so I can clean up my desk. How's that for irony? So let's put the ink... Oop! Uh-oh. I touched it with my bare hand. Not seeing any smudges on it. All right, cautiously optimistic. All right, so what I'm going to do is... Let's see, I'm going to take this guy out. I'm going to take this guy out. And because it's a box, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to load everything into the box. Let's see, what's this? Oh, we can throw this way. Let's put the paints in first so they don't rub against the models. Oh, don't. Yeah, I need that organizer. Oh yeah, here's a new Mephiston I was working on. Nice scary vampire. Yeah, real happy with how this guy came out. I'm going to use some fluorescent paint to give him a glowing sword. I think that's the last thing I need to do to finish this guy up. Oh yeah, here's your dead Terminator sitting in a chair. I'm real happy with how this guy's coming along. I'm going to use him as an objective marker in Warhammer games. Oh yeah, here's a little jump pack sergeant I'm working on. So then I'm going to tilt this box and then move it out of the way. All right. Now let's bring this guy back. And we should be... Oh, shoot. I forgot I was finishing this guy. I definitely want to finish him. All right, so let's move some of this other stuff just a little bit more to the side. Let's see, here we go. Here's the screws, here are those nuts. Here's one of those side pieces. So let's grab the first couple nuts, first couple screws. Okay, this looks... This might sound crazy, but I already lost the guy I was working on just a minute ago. Oh, that does not feel good. Feels bad, man. go. Whoop. Oh. There we go. That got it. Are Lamenters the same shade of yellow as Iron Fist? Robert Burke asks. The official answer is it depends. So, in GW art, they look pretty similar. I sometimes use Imperial Fist contrast paint to paint them. I guess the ink I've been using earlier tonight kind of looks similar to Imperial Fist paint. But I guess the most technical answer is they can be whatever yellow you want. I have some, like this fella here, who is painted using maize yellow from Army Painter. It's a little closer to Bad Moon Yellow by Games Workshop, but it looks nice on him. That's not to say you can't use Bad Moon Yellow to paint your Imperial Fists. At the end of the day, they're your models, and you can paint them whatever color of yellow you like. Shoot, you could even paint them blue and call them Crimson Fists. I started a Crimson Fist kill team a while ago. I really like the darker shade of blue they use rather than ultramarines. You know, it's kind of sad that they're not the official Games Workshop poster boy Marines anymore. But on the other hand, it makes sense that they'd want to promote a first founding chapter like the Ultramarines rather than a second founding chapter like the Imperial Fists. Crimson Fists. There we go. Get this tightened. Nice. Well, there's the first rack of our shelf. Looks good. Let's go on to the second rack. Yeah, you can see my desk is a mess, so I have one little paint rack in the corner, but it's not enough. I gotta have this second one too. Here we go. Let's pull out 2 nuts and 2 screws. I'm feeling a little worried, though, because I don't know where I put that model I just painted. That could be a problem, but that'll be a later problem. There we go. That's one. Let's do this one on the other side to keep it straight. And that's why we're doing the other side first. Nice. Ooh. Dropped it. Let's take this painting glove off since we're gonna stop painting for a minute. While I'm over here, I should also check, make sure I didn't put that, Okay, well, the good news is I did not put that model I just painted in here. So that's good. The bad is I still don't know where I put it. Oh, that is going to be a problem. That's going to be a later problem. Oh, well. Perfect. Nice. Well, now that we got one rack done, we can safely fill it. So, I'm not going to fill up this second rack yet because I know my wrist is going to be moving around. Oh, my table looks so much cleaner already. Yes, this was a good choice. I'll tell you what, my desk is looking and feeling a lot better already. I already have a lot more breathing room. Nice. drop one of my screws. All right, we're just about done with it.